50 Shades of Mom, and as promised, I am doing a cooking video today on my meat sauce. I definitely switch it up a little bit. Today I'm using ground sausage. Sometimes I will use ground beef, sometimes I will do a mixture of both. Today I have extra of this that I want to use up, so I'm just doing mine with ground sausage, but in the description box when I list the items for the recipe, I will put the equivalents of the ground beef as well in case that's something you want to do. So this is probably what you would need for like a pound and a little extra of pasta, okay? So this is about 1.5 pounds of ground sausage, 2 of the 28-ounce cans of Tudor or so crushed tomato with basil. This happens to be what I use, and I get the 6-pack from BJ's. So 1 can of tomato paste, 1 small onion, 1 small head of garlic, onion powder, garlic powder, oregano, salt, pepper, a bay leaf, basil, and sugar. Okay, so we're also going to use some olive oil, which isn't here, but that's just for the bottom of the pan. A couple of tablespoons for when we're sauteing up the onions and garlic and the meat. Okay, so I'm going to go and start by dicing up the onion and garlic and getting that ready to go into the oil. I'm going to get a macaroni pot or like a sauce pot up on the range with the olive oil, getting that heated up, and then I will have the camera set up on the tripod and we'll assemble the sauce together. Alright guys, so this step is really quick. This is just a few seconds in this segment because all we're going to do right now is we're going to add our chopped onion into a good and hot pot. And we're going to add our garlic. Look at that. Good old palm full of garlic, baby. Okay, so I am going to cook this down just a little bit, like I would say maybe 3 to 5 minutes, and then we're going to add the meat in. Hey guys, so sorry for the interruption, but last night when I was sitting down editing this footage, I was trying to get this video up good and early for you guys, and then I realized that there was a large corruption to this file. So the part that should be right here right now did not take. Don't worry, it's not a huge step. All that you're missing is me dumping the ground sausage into the pan. So once I finished caramelizing the onions and the garlic, I dumped the ground sausage into the pan and I browned all the sausage up, and then that's where we are right now. So again, I apologize for the interruption, but that's one of the downsides to making a cooking video, is that there is no going back. So okay guys, I hope you continue to enjoy. Okay guys, so this is all browned. I mean, there's like an occasional pink spot here or there. It's not like brown and crispy, but it's pretty much cooked through. So now we're going to add our 2 cans of sauce. And then you can see that there ends up being like remnants. It's like a fair amount of sauce in there. So I'm going to scrape what I can with the scraper, but then I'm going to add water to each one of these cans and just kind of give the swoosh around like that. This way I get every little drip drop out of there. I usually do like adding water to my sauce anyways, especially since I have the Aquasana. If you guys did not see that product review that I did, I will attach a card up top, but if you guys do bottled water or you get those filtered things that you put on your faucet, or maybe you even buy one of those Brita things, we got the one that's installed right at our kitchen sink. It cost $100 and it is literally the best water. It's a 2-part filter system that goes underneath your sink, and it costs $50 every 6 months for the filter. But otherwise, it is great. I know a couple of people that watch me after I did the review went and got it. I know Heather said she loves hers, so definitely give it a try and take a look at that. So I'm going to add a little Acquasana water to each one of these and kind of clean out the can. Okay guys, so I got this can completely clean. After I swished it around, I poured it in this one and got this one completely clean. And there's about, I don't know if you can really see that, but it's about a half a can of water. And this is going to end up cooking down, so if it looks a little watery right now, it's not going to be. Plus, we do have a can of paste that we're adding at the end that's going to kind of pull everything together. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to grab a measuring spoon. Since, again, I don't usually measure, I kind of just dump the seasonings in there. And I'm going to measure out what we need to put in here as we go. Okay guys, so I got my trusty measuring spoon, so let's do this part together. Now, I feel like I over season a lot of things just because I like a lot of flavor. So I feel like a lot of things are going to end up being in tablespoon measurements just because I feel like that's probably a general amount of what I would do. So this is a tablespoon of basil. And see, again, now that I can like see it, I probably wouldn't have done maybe that much, especially since the sauce has, the Tutto Rosso comes with basil, but again, basil never hurts anybody. I'm going to do 3 good heaping tablespoons of Parmesan cheese. I like my sauce on the sweeter side a little bit. I do not like a very like savory sauce, I guess you would say. So it's probably going to be, yeah, 2 tablespoons of sugar. It really just does cut through the acidity of the tomato sauce. You know, obviously tomatoes are very acidic, so pepper, I'm not going to measure. I'm just going to put in the description box to salt and pepper to taste. Everybody knows how they like their salt and pepper. Okay, I'm going to put in 2 bay leaves. These are obviously something you're going to pull out at the end. So 2 bay leaves. Since I got a chance to actually see that basil, I'm going to say yeah, that's a good measurement. You know what? Let's say a teaspoon. Yeah, teaspoon and a half of the oregano. And then I always add a little bit of onion powder and garlic powder. Now, the garlic powder and the onion powder, obviously you have fresh onion and garlic in here. I feel like the powder is just a different dynamic of flavor. It's just an added onion flavor, I guess. So I just did a teaspoon of onion powder, and that looks good. Again, you're not replacing the onion flavor because you don't have any. We're just kind of adding a different level. But I am a garlic girl, so I am going to probably say, yeah, like a shallow tablespoon of garlic. And that's it, guys. I'm going to mix this up now, and I'm going to let it simmer like a good while. Once it, they call it once it starts rolling. So when you see something rolling, that means that the bubbles are constant, and it literally looks like the sauce is rolling or waving. So when it hits that point, then we just want to turn it down just a tiny bit, and the key to any good sauce is simmer. The longer you can wait to let this go, the better. And then we're going to come back in towards the end. We're going to add the paste and a little bit more water at the end, and we'll pull it all together, and we'll put it over some pasta for the kids. I'm going to take my sauce and turn it into a baked ziti for us adults because I have some ricotta cheese that I want to use up, but we will portion this over some pasta for the kids when this is all done. Okay guys, I just wanted to show you an example of rolling. So that's where it's just got like a really good bubble on it now, and that's where the temperature gauge is at. So I'm going to turn the knob to about here, and I'm probably going to let it simmer at that medium low for at least an hour. I mean, you could really let this thing go all day, but for the video purposes and stuff, I'm going to let this go like an hour, maybe an hour and a half. You're just stirring constantly, and then we'll come back and we'll do the next few steps. Okay guys, we are back, and I put the temperature back at medium. I wanted to bring it back to that rolling again, so you can see that it's starting to bubble. And I put the can of paste in there. So I refilled the can with my Aquasana water, and that goes. Alright, so we're going to stir this in real good, and then I'm going to let this sit probably like a good another 30 minutes, and then it'll be good. And I tasted it, because the paste has no flavor to it and that's not seasoned. I take it back, it was the perfect amount of basil, because this tastes really good. I might add another dash of sugar, just because again I like mine on the really sweet side, but to each his own. It's one of those things you have to like taste as you go. But I'm going to let this sit for just another couple of minutes. I'm going to drop this back down right there, and I'm going to let this sit, and then I will come back and show you what it looks like all plated up. Okay guys, so I just wanted to show you that I made sure to fish out my 2 bay leaves here. This is some garlic bread that I made that I got from Walmart, and then this is what's left of Jake's plate. I didn't even get a chance to film it before he dove right in, but this is just the plain ziti noodles with that meat sauce all done on top of it. But we are doing baked ziti, which is because I had that leftover ricotta cheese. So this is how I do it. I know it's kind of weird. Some people mix it all together. That's really how baked ziti is supposed to be made, but I like to layer it like lasagna. So I'm going to stick this in the oven now to get all bubbly, but the kids have all eaten, and Daryl and I will munch on this, and this is what's left of the sauce. I'm probably going to packet this away and put it in the freezer, because I probably could get like pizzas out of it or something. There's definitely not enough here to do a whole nother box of pasta, but I definitely could get something out of it. So I'm going to pack all of that up, and then I'll show you guys what this looks like when it's all out of the oven. This looks so yummy. Okay guys, so here it is. It's all done. I'll even show you the pan of what I took out of, but this is my baked ziti fresh out of the oven, and I just have 2 cut up pieces of garlic bread here, and that is it. I actually have here, I'll show you this. So that's the baked ziti all done out of the oven, and then here is the leftover sauce. I have it packed in one of the just regular Glad Tupperware containers. I'm just going to throw that in the fridge. It's not quite enough for a pound of sauce, but I definitely could do something with that, like a chicken parm hero or a meatball hero. I can use the rest of this sauce for. And that is it. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hit that thumbs up button and let me know what you think of my meat sauce recipe. Comment down below. Hit that subscribe button if you have not done that, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.